The proposition continues. This is when you apologize to him, you requested him to work with you, to cooperate, and that is when you offered him 3 million.
Yes.
You offered him 3 million as long as he's going to make sure that he's implicating the right people.
Wamthembisa ke u3 million ukuthi ke umthembisa wona lo 3 million ukuthi ke kuyena ke uma nje engathi ke afake ecaleni abantu ekuyibona. Yes.
So what did the offer entail? You pleading guilty or you implicating the right people as it's stated here?
Manje ke kule deal lena yayithini kahle kahle le deal. Le deal lena ingabe yayithi wena uvume icala noma le deal le yayithi wena ufake ecaleni abantu ekuyibona. Yayithini kahle kahle deal. My Lord, I was being assaulted and asked about the death of Senzo. Because even in the boardroom, I kept on saying that the people that you are asking me about, I don't know them. Hence, I told him on the day he came with this, my Lord, that I don't want the money, I don't want your money. Even the things you are asking me about, I don't know them.
Now, where was this money going to come from?
Ingabe imali lena yayizoqhamuka kuphi? I don't know. Is that not how he said or he referred to himself in the court that he was the most senior police officer?
It is not yet clear how would you have benefited from the deal?
Ayikavelike noma akukacacile ukuthi ke wawuzozuza kanjani kule deal lena. This is crystal clear, my Lord, because he wanted me to commit crime.
Yes, but how would you have benefited?
Kodwa ke ukuzuza wawuzozuza kanjani wena? Yini wawuzozuza noma wawuzozuza kanjani? Which is why I refused, my Lord, because I did not want things such as those. I did not want to be involved in such things. Hence, I refused.
Do you agree that the allegation regarding the 3 million deal does not appear in the paragraph that we dealt with before the long adjournment, where you say Mr. Mjako wanted you to plead guilty to the murder charge?
Ingabe uyabona la umshushisi la afunda khona uthi kwakuyinkulumo kababa uNgomezulu ehloma imibuzo kuyena ubaba uGininga. Manje ke la esifunde khona la usho khona isizathu sokuthi kwakungani usungasaqhubeki noMjako ukuthi lo daba lolu ka 3 million alukho la. Uyavuma yini? Alibhaliwe la. Yes, it's not written here, but I am mentioning it before you. Because I'm not mentioning it for the first time here in court.
But you say there is a whole basis why Mr. Mjako wanted you to plead guilty, but it's not mentioned here.
Kodwa ke uyasho ukuthi ke kwakuyilona ke kwakuyilona lona daba lokuthi ke umntwana uMjako afune ukuthi uvume icala kodwa akukho la. My Lord, I believe that I spoke a couple of times in Boksburg, and here before this court I've been answering this question for so many times.
Number two, now come over court. Now say Boksburg. ngoba ngitshela ngitshela ikhodi ukuthi ngizamile ukuphakamisisa ngafuna ngizame ukuthi ngifune ukukhuluma namanje ngoba ngithi njengoba ukhuluma umsheshisi ukubheka lapha kubhaliwe ngase ngalento engabhalene ngabhaliwe mina.
Even in Boksburg, I did mention this before this call, that in Boksburg I tried to raise my hand, but I could not get assistance. And how do I know as to what is recorded here and what is not recorded? That it's not recorded here, but I'm still mentioning it to the court.
And again, on the 21st, the date which is mentioned by Mr. Ngomezulu, you were detained at Primrose and not at Pretoria Ward Police Station.
Futhi-ke nangazo i-21 leziyana-ke ubaba uNgomezulu akhuluma ngazo-ke wawuvalelwe ePrimrose wawungavalelwe ePretoria Ward.
Kusenkantolo nobaba uMsipili nawo uNgomezulu azangathi mina la i-frustration for frustration engiyazi ngathi mina ePretoria ngihlale ama-frustration amaningi la engawazi amagama abo.
My Lord, with Mr. Ramusipile as well as Mr. Ngomezulu, I was never specific as to a police station. I just said here in Pretoria, I was kept at different police stations.
Yes, but the fact of the matter is the alleged visit occurred at initially Mr. Ngomezulu said Primrose Police Station, but then he corrected himself after consulting with you and said it was at Pretoria Police Station.
Kodwa-ke engikhulumayo noma ngikushoyo kuwena ukuthi kwakuwubaba uNgomezulu ngesikhathi-ke ethulaza inkulumo enkantolo noma-ke ehloma uBrigadier Ginta ngemibuzo waqale wathi-ke use-Pretoria Ward wasecela isikhathi-ke sokuthi-ke ajike-ke ayokhulumisana nawe. Uma ebuya kuwena wathi cha uyakulungisa-ke lokho akushilo bangasiyona ePretoria Ward kodwa kwakuyi-Pretoria Police Station.
I
don't even know where Pretoria Police Station is here in Pretoria. Because as I mentioned before the court that I was at different police stations and I would not even be able to identify and say you came out of here and you entered through here.
So you're still not able to tell us what this deal entailed, what should have happened?
Kunamanje-ke awazi ukuthi i-deal lena kwakuzokwenzekani kahle kahle noma kwakuyini ekule deal lena noma yayithini le deal lena.
Kusenkantolo ngase ngizophendula ngakho kodwa ngizophendula sekanini ngithi mina bafalo i-deal eyaleli icala enginathi kufanele ngivume icala ngiboshe ukuthi ngiboshe into engayazi fama kulelo senzo ngiyazama kulelo senzo.
I am saying, I don't know how many times I've answered this question, but I'm still going to answer it. The deal was that I plead guilty to this matter, and now I was supposed to plead guilty to something that I don't know. Up until today, I still want to know as to who killed Senzo, because I never killed Senzo Mayu.
But the 3 million and the guilty plea, how do they relate?
3 million? No, kwakuhlangana kanjani? That's a good question, but only if you had directed to the person who said that. If you had sat down with that person and consulted it, because to me it was an instruction, not a question.
And how does Mr. Mjiako get involved in the deal?
Kwi-deal lena-ke uMjiyako yena uhlangana kanjani noma uhlangana kuphi-ke ne-deal yena? Firstly, my Lord, I never called Mjiyako to come and represent me. As to how or how does he fit into the deal, it would have been a good question if he was called or he was here and asked as to how is his involvement with the deal, because I never appointed him. Also the fact that if I was to go to court in Boksburg, if I was to go to court in Rustenburg, who was giving him this information?
Do you agree that this allegation of on the part of Mr. Mjiakwe, if proven, constitute misconduct, dishonesty, and unethical behavior on the part of Mr. Mjiakwe?
Ingabe uyavuma yini uma kuwukuthi noma uma kungatholakala ukuthi lokhu noma lentolo noma lokhu okwashiwo uyena kumntwana uMjiyakwe kungaholela ekuthini ke ukungayiphathi ngendlela ekuyiyona noma ke ukungenzi noma ungayiphathi kahle ngendlela efanelekile, uma kungatholakala ukuthi ngempela kuyiqiniso lokho ukuthi lokho kuholela ekungayiphathini kahle?
Namanje ngakho uthatha isinqumo phambi kwekhosi ekwathola seRustenburg, udalelwe ngitshene phambi kwekhathola ukuthi uqasho ubani, utshela ubani ukuthi ngesakhona.
Hence, I took that decision before the court or in court in Rustenburg that he needed to tell the court as to who appointed him.
Namanje mina ngaze ngibheke iphepha ekuthiwa ngasayina lapha ngavuma ngathi ngumeli wami, ngaze ngibheke lapha ekhotini. Lokho ngikhona phambi.
And there's never been a document that has been produced with an invitation that I signed confirming that he was representing me. Such a document was never produced.
Now, when you allege that Brigadier Gininda came to see you, was he alone or was he in the company of someone else? Of other people?
uBrigadier Gininda wezake ezobona weza ehamba yedwa noma kunomuntu owayehamba naye.
Ngiphethe ngachaza ukubhadona kade uza kayidre ngumhula umabhena ngokugcina esele ngathi umabhena.
I did say it, my lord, that there were three. It was Mukula, Mabena, and Gininda, and the person that took me out of the cells, it was Mabena.
Yes. And then what happened?
Mile sesikhathi ngiphuma na umabhena ngikhola na Gininda.
That's when I went out and then found Gininda and Mukula in that little house.
Yes.
Yes. That's when we had this deeds agreement, and he was telling me about the 2 million deal, and I just walked out.
You say this happened in the presence of Sergeant Mohola?
I hope I believe it is now the third time I'm going to respond to you again and say yes. I said there were 3 people, I was the 4th one.
But it was never put to Sergeant Mohola that she was present during such discussion?
Uzokhumbula ukuthi uSergeant Mkhula wayekhona la ezokuthula ubufakazi akaze leyo nkulumo leyo ishiwo kuyena aqondwe ukuthi wawukhona ngaleliya langa kwakwenzeka lokho. I believe that I've been in this stand for many days before this court testifying.
Even the proposition by Mr. Mgomezulu does not say that Sergeant Mohola was present.
Naleya nkulumo yakhe ubaba uMgomezulu uma ehloma imibuzo kuyena uBrigadier Gininda akakaze yena ubaba uMgomezulu athi kuBrigadier Gininda, Brigadier Gininda ngaleliya langa leliyana wawuhamba noMkhula. My lord, before this court, I am saying something that happened in my presence. I am not referring to hearsay.
If you were to peruse the occurrence books of Primrose Police Station for such an entry, will there be such an entry that you have booked out?
Uma singaphenya ke incwadi zasePrimrose sibheka khona lokho ukuthi nanjengoba kusho ukuthi wafika uMabhena ezokhipha singathola lokho incwadi zasePrimrose.
Ngiyethemba lokho ngilamazama ibhala incwadi phambi kwami mina ngoba ngilapha ngeke ngingabona azange ngibone incwadi ibhala phambi kwami ibhala babhala ukuthini.
As I am standing here before this court, it has never happened that a book is completed or is written in my presence and I see what it is that's being written.
Ngoba ngisho ummeli wami nje bengakubuza ngathi iphi incwadi le engangena ngayo edeleni wakena la azanganingi la.
I also asked my legal representative as to where is the book that was used when I was booked in at Valeria police station, and then my legal representative said he was never provided with such.
Was the conduct of Mr. Mjiako reported to the police?
Ukuyiphatha kwakhe uMjiyako noma indlela enza ngayo uMjiyako ingaba lokho kwabikwa emaphoyiseni.
Angakutholi usizo kwasenkantolo.
I've never received assistance, my lord.
Njengoba nawe nje wathi wavuma ecourt ukuzongisiza wangamsiza.
Just as you agreed in court that you are going to assist me but never assisted me.
We'll get to this, the allegation I'm making at a later stage. Was it reported to the regulatory body, the Legal Practice Council, the conduct of Mr. Mjiako?
Ukhona-ke la khona-ke abameli-ke bangena ngaphansi kwakho-ke noma-ke khona-ke bekubizwa ngokuthi-ke i-LPC la bonke noma indlela abameli abayiphatha ngayo kubikwa khona ingaba-ke babikelwa yini lokho.
Mina ngisajele nkosenkantolo.
I'm in prison, my lord.
Angikho ngaphandle.
I'm not outside.
Azange nje ngize kufike ngisho umuntu ethi uzongisiza ngalokho ngoba nasecourt ehlabani ngangitshelile azange kufike mina.
There was not a single person that came to say that they come to assist me. Even in Tabani Court, I made that request.
But Mr. Ntanzi, a legal officer of the Legal Practice Council, Mr. Kulani Sambo, came to testify in this court. You remember?
Kunommeli-ke lana ekumnumzana uKhulani Sambo wayole LPC lena weza-ke la enkantolo ezokuthula ubufakazi. Ingabe uyakhumbula yini?
Regarding the Fidelity Fund certificate of Mr. Dominic Ntokozo Mjiako.
Awayezofakaza ngakho kwayisitifiketi lesi-ke sikamnumzana uMjiyako.
Was it ever put to him that Mr. Mjiako committed an act of misconduct in his interaction with you?
Kuyena-ke ubaba lo umshushisa kubuza ngaye ingabe watshelwa yini ela enkantolo ukuthi lalelani indlela uMjiyako ayiphatha ngayo kwangasiyona-ke indlela efanelekile noma-ke ummeli alindelekile ukuthi ayiphathe ngayo. Ingabe kwashiwo yini lokho kuyena ngesikhathi ayilayo enkantolo ngaso?
Ziningi izinto esezikhulunywa enkantolo.
A lot of things have been said here in court.
Mina nje ngokwami nkosenkantolo ngithetha ukuthi umshushisi naye uhlulakele ukumsiza.
On my part, my lord, what I can say is that even the state failed or the prosecution failed to assist me.
Was it put to Mr. Mjiako that he committed an act of misconduct in his interaction with you?
Ingabe watshelwa yini uMjiyako yena-ke manje ukuthi-ke ngendlela-ke owenze ngayo noma oyiphethe ngayo kuNtanzi-ke ukuthi akusiyona nje indlela efanelekile ukuthi ummeli angenza ngayo? Watshelwa yini uMjiyako lokho?
Nkosenkantolo mina ngisajela angikawutholi ithuba lokuthi ngawutshela ngoba mina ngingafika nangokutshela.
My lord, I'm incarcerated. I've never had the opportunity to go and tell you. If I would tell him, my lord.
Uthi amaphoyisa emangame watshela bambambe lana engihamba nawo escort. Watshela abamfasi uzakhoza siyodibana phambi kwaSomaphoyisa.
And with so many police officers that are here, my lord, and that are escorting me, I would tell them to arrest him. I would tell them to put handcuffs on him. We'll get him in Kosimaphoyisa.
Yes, but Mr. Kulani Sambo testified here from a legal officer from the Legal Practice Council. It was not put to him about the allegations regarding Mr. Mjiako.
Leyinhlolo-ke lezi oyishoyo-ke ngaye uMjiyako. Umnumzana-ke ambizayo-ke Masako.
Sambo.
Umnumzana uSambo wayekhona la enkantolo akakaze atshelwe-ke ngazo iy'nsolo lezi ngakuyena-ke uMjiyako.
Ngiyethemba lapho enkolo nkosenkantolo ummeli unendlela yakhe yokubuza lapho.
I believe, my lord, that here in court the legal representative has got his way of asking questions.
A bundle of documents have been handed up regarding the matters that were dealt with by the Legal Practice Council, and I wish to refer you to Exhibit Y4. Exhibit Y4 is the Fidelity Fund certificate in the name of Mr. Dominic Ntokozo Mjiako, issued by the Executive Office of the Legal Practice Council on the 24th of February 2020. It shows that his Fidelity Fund certificate number was 04415/2020.
Kune-certificate ke lana esadluliswa-ke la enkantolo sakhe-ke umnumzana uMjiako sange-24 February 2020. I don't know whether I can respond.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me finish the proposition. This accord with the Fidelity Fund certificate number noted by Ms. Grenier in Exhibit JJ.
Uthi-ke le number ye-certificate iyahambisana-ke ne-number ye-certificate eyabhalwa phansi-ke uyena uMiss Grenier.
Do you have any comment?
Khona ngakusho. My lord, I never claimed that Mjiako is not a lawyer. According to how I hear it's been put here in court now. My word is, my lord, who told him that I would be arrested and who was giving him financial instructions? Who appointed him to come and represent me? That he's a lawyer or not, my lord, I never, not even a single day, claimed that. Secondly, my lord, I never made contact or called Mjiako. Since my arrest on the 16th of June, my phone was confiscated. I never contacted Mjiako.
Well, we will show the call records on your number that indicate that you did contact Mr. Mjiako on several occasions and also sent him, please call me.
Sizokhombisa-ke lokho uma sikhipha-ke ama-rekhodi omakhalekhukhwini wakho noma-ke inamba yakho ukuthi-ke waxhumana naye-ke umntwana uMjiako noma-ke futhi umthumele please call me. No, my lord, the state should not say that he was contacted me, and my phone has never even placed in some paper as they were claiming here in court when I was arrested or when it was confiscated from me.
Yes. That is precisely the point. You know that when a cell phone is confiscated, it's put in an evidence bag and it's sealed in the presence of the owner. Is that correct?
Yebo-ke uhamba kanjalo vele ukuthi uma ngabe umuntu oshwa lokho-ke okuthathwayo-ke kuyena-ke kuyathathwa kufakwe kusona isikhwama sezobufakazi bese siyavalwa-ke phambi kwakhe umuntu loyo.
Manje yami kwenza kanjani ingabhala kwamina nanka amafoni akacishe kwenza kanjani ama ngacishwa 100 enjalo?
So how did it happen then that to me that was never the case? That I was never, my phones were never switched off or given to me to switch off, but they were taken just like that.
Because that's precisely the point, that your phone was never confiscated on the 16th of June 2020 as you allege.
Vele kukanjalo ke ngoba ukuthi ke amafoni akho noma ifoni yakho ke ayikaze ithathwe ke ngazo i16 kalendlela wena osho ngayo nge16 za June 2020. My lord is not telling the truth.
Mina yami ifoni noma record la ihamba ko Pretoria University ihamba ko Pharmacy ihamba nobani ngiseje.
My phone, if the records were to be checked, they were at Camouflage, Pretoria University, and who was in whose possession was that phone when I was in prison?
Ingakho ngiqalebe ngingakhuluma khona iduku seKatoro. Mawufundita uyifundi ihamba nolayini uyajamba that's why iduku seKatoro.
Hence, I earlier on said that you are misleading the court. When you read something, you don't read in sequence, you are jumping certain things.
Mina ngiseje ifoni yami sePharmacy Pretoria University ihamba ko ihamba nobani la.
I'm in prison, my phone is at Camouflage, my phone is at Pretoria University. In whose possession is that phone while I'm being incarcerated?
Mr. Ntanzi, we will get you other details. We just want to highlight the most important aspects. In Exhibit YY8, it's a letter by the Legal Officer of Professional Affairs of the Gauteng Office of the Legal Practice Council. It's dated 20 June 2024. It says to whom it may concern, it's addressed to the state. It says, I hereby confirm that the firm Giacomo Pahlela Tennis Incorporated with practice number F18209 is registered as a firm of attorneys on the roll of the Gauteng Provincial Office of the Legal Practice Council, and it gives the postal and physical address of the firm. But what is important is the letter that we've just shown you from Giacomo Attorneys. At the bottom left corner, there's a Legal Practice Council number 18209.
Kule letter funda ke na ke umshushisi letter nje eqinisekisayo ke ukuthi ke inkampani ke le yakwamJiaco Phahlele ukuthi inkampani ke yabameli ekhona ke noma ebhalisiwe ke ngaphansi kwayo iLPC yala eGauteng.
So the Legal Practice Council number that appears on this letter dated 3 March 2021 accords with the record of the Gauteng Office of the Legal Practice Council.
Manje ke inamba ebhaliwe ke lana kule letter ke yange 3 March 2021 inamba ke iyahambisana noma iyahambelana ke nenamba ekhona eshoyo ke ukuthi ke le firm lena yabameli ke ibhalisiwe ngaphansi kwayo iLPC yala eGauteng.
And furthermore, the cell phone number of Mr. Giacomo is given, namely 07903976605.
Futhi ke inamba enikeziwe ke lapha iyakhe uGiacomo u0790397605.
Do you have any comment?
Khona officer kusho?
Mina iduku number lapha na Daniyazi dazangikhuluma na phone.
There's nothing that I will say. I don't have his number. I don't have it. I've never made telephone contact with him.
Is it correct that your phone was pattern locked?
Ingaba kuyiqiniso yini ukuthi ke ifoni yakho yayine pattern?
Ifoni yami nayo pattern.
My phone has a pattern.
Do you know what the effect of the pattern lock is?
Uyazi ukuthi uyini ke noma ke i-pattern lock yenzani ke kwenzani? There's quite a few things that a pattern lock does in your phone. That when your phone is in your pocket, that it doesn't get pressed.
Yes.
Yeah.
What else?
Ikuphi okunye?
Nanokuthi mhlawumbe mfaka ningafonela inamba. Idayile inamba isifonela.
And also when it is my pocket, it does not automatically on its own dial numbers.
Warrant Officer L. Ndlovu testified on the 10th of June 2025, and he testified as follows regarding the security pattern. Line 3, Mr. Ndlovu. When we are talking about a pattern, it means the owner of the cell phone, he or she usually set it as a security. Do you agree?
Ethula ufakazi bakhe ke uwarrant officer Ndlovu nge-10 June 2025 washo lokho kulandelayo ngephethini ukuthi ke umnikazi ke wefoni uma ke enza kanjalo ke noma ke enephethini efonini yakhe ukwenza lokho ke nanjengoba uvikela ke ifoni noma phecelezi ke i-security.
Do you agree?
Ngabe uyavuma yini? I'm listening. I will respond once you are done.
Therefore, this means that if the owner of the said cell phone is not around, therefore a second person cannot be able to make an outgoing call nor to receive a phone call.
Waqhubeka ke wathi uma ngabe umnikazi wefoni noma umnikazi wocingo engekho ke kusho ukuthi ke umuntu wesibili ke angeke akwazi ukuthi ke ashaye ucingo noma ke enze i-call noma ke athole i-call.
Simply because of the cell phone will be locked.
Ngoba ke ucingo lolo luzobe lukhiyiwe.
And he said that is the reason why I was not able to download the cell phone referring to the Samsung J5.
Ingakho ke ngazange ngikwazi ke ukuthi ke ngidownloade ke i-cellphone leyo ekhuluma yona ke noma esho yona ke i-Samsung J5.
No evidence from the cell phone because the owner of the cell phone was not present.
Wangekho bufakazi ke obuya kuyona ke i-cellphone ngoba umnikazi we-cellphone wayengekho.
Do you want to comment?
Khona office push.
Ngiphinde ukuthi ngizokela phambili no unomlahlela kancane lapho khona ngoba ezinye izinto ngiyazizwa masifuna ukuthanda ukuthi ukucacisela lapho khona.
I get confused, my lord, when certain things are being said. I would just like to explain them.
Yes.
Wasengato lapha phambi kwekhodi lami ngitshela ukuthi ifoni yami le yayingaseviwa amanamba 0601689 yayingaseviwa amanamba.
Here in court, my lord, I was informed that there was no contact list on the 060 number ending with 6890.
Manje la ngisibuza khona ukuthi amanamba la aphuma kanjani efonini ngoba person card ngwami electronics ngoba inamba le abakhona inamba yami namba kamsebenzisi akusile yami.
I'm now asking myself, the numbers that are here, where are those numbers coming from, my lord? What do you mean the number of contact?
Nethi ama-contact la njengenamba zombusana.
The contacts, like for example, Lodisani's contacts.
Bathi ziphuma kule number la 072 ama-072 wena inamba kamsebenzisi.
It is alleged that those contacts are coming from the number that belongs to Msiriti.
Manje mina ngilapha ekhoti inamba le ngamsebenzisi ayikho nje efonini yami phakathi.
I am saying that number belongs to Msiriti. It's not even in my phone.
Ingakho mina ngithi i-sim card sami siseviwe namba.
Hence I am saying that on my SIM card there are numbers that are saved on that SIM card.
Okwesithuba mina mangiyakhokha la sindlela ngifuna inamba kaphela ufuna ukuthi kamera ephele into zokwenza ifoni yami iphuma khona emotweni la kuthiwa ngisho iphethini mabhenele iphethini khishwa inamba kaphela ifoni yokupheleza uza kimi uzonika imali ukuthi ngithenge into zokwenza ngithola nempahla.
When I made a request to telephone contact Buteles, the phone was taken out in the vehicle. It was taken there, out of the vehicle. I was then told to unlock it using the pattern Buthelez's number was then called, and then I was able to get toiletries as well as money.
inamba kaButhelezi engangiyazi ekhanda mina leyo 479 sengikhohlwe leyo igcina ngo600 iyona namba kangayazi ngekhanda 600 igcina ngo280.
The number belonging to Buthelezi that was known to me was the 079 number. The number with the 600 ending with the 2, that was the number that was unknown to me.
Ngoba ngiButhelezi kufanele ngomamela lezi ngimfonele ngithakale into zokugeza kwaye ifoni yami ayiphumanga lapha bakhipha ifoni yami kubo lapha emotweni ukuze ngikhiphe inamba kaButhelezi mabhena ifonele.
Because I would not have been able to call Buthelez's number if it wasn't that I told them to take out my phone, my lord, from them in the vehicle. It was also taken out by Mabena for Buthelezi to bring me toiletries, my lord.
Yes. But Mr. Ntanzi, you have admitted that the phone book, which is Annexure 3 to the affidavit of that has been handed up as DD5 affidavit to Lieutenant Colonel Halls, you did admit that that's your phone book.
Kodwa ke ushilo noma uvumileke ukuthi ke kunale number lethi eyishiwe ke kubufakazi bakhe uLieutenant Colonel Halls washo ukuthi ke lama number lawo aphuma efonini ocingweni lakho.
Kusekhona ngivumi mina ngithi lapha khona ushushiswe ngitshela mina ukuthi ifoni yami ngiphithi iPhone.
Yes, my lord, I admitted, but what I'm saying here in court is that you are putting to me that my phone was pattern locked. It was not, one was not able to open it.
Uphinde utshela mina lapha ecourt nithi isim card sami sasingenawo amanamba asevele ukuthi mina amanamba akhona isim card sami.
You again put it to me that there were no numbers saved under my SIM card. In other words, there was no contact list. I am saying that there was a contact list.
Nithi izinamba zayisevele isim card ne-072 ukuthi mina angilona iqiniso le isim card le inomnikazi engidibane naye 2018 ngeyakhe inamba nami namanamba.
You are then saying or putting it to me that the contact list was from the 072 number. I am saying that 072 number has its owner. That is the person that I met in 2018. I have got my own SIM card.
Yingakho ngilapha phambi kwekhoti ngimile ngitshela ukuthi awulona iqiniso okushoyo ukuthi ifoni amaphoyisa engakahlala ngayo ifoni.
Hence I am saying then that it is not true what you are saying to me, that there's no way that the police would have been able to open my phone.
Lieutenant Warrant Officer Ndlovu will further testify that the only person who can be able to unlock the cell phone, it is the person who was making that pattern.
Waqhubeka-ke ngobufakazi bakhe uWarrant Officer Ndlovu ukuthi umuntu okuyena owayengakwazi-ke ukuthi-ke avuleke leyo phone uyena loyo owafaka ipattern leyo.
Then he continued at page 42 on the 10th of June 2025. Dr. Sibanda was leading him. Line 3, Dr. Sibanda. Thank you, Warrant Officer Ndlovu. You also made mention of the fact that when the phone is locked, there are things that you cannot do on the phone. Can you just mention those activities? Means it is the activities that you cannot do on the phone. Then Warrant Officer Ndlovu testifies as follows at line 8, Mr. Ndlovu. Firstly, the first thing or the first activity that one cannot be able to make, if the cell phone it is locked, you cannot be able to make an outgoing call. However, you can be able to receive an incoming call, and you cannot be able to type and send a message that is already to a second person. Then he continues, and also with the message, an SMS that is reflecting on the cell phone, you can see its notification. However, you cannot be able to read through the message without opening the pattern of the cell phone. And also, you cannot be able to make a please call me if the cell phone has a pattern and if the cell phone is locked. Then at line 21, Dr. Sibanda asked him, are you able to access an application such as WhatsApp when your phone is locked? Then Warrant Officer Ndlovu responds, no, you cannot be able to do that.
Lana kwaku umnganisibanda ke owayebuza yena ke uwarrant officer Ndlovu. Siyabonga uwarrant officer Ndlovu ushilo ukuthi ke uma ngaba ucingo luvaliwe kunezinto ke ongakwazi ukuthi ungazenza kubona ucingo. Ingabe ungazisho lezo zinto lezo ilezi ongeke ukwazi ukuthi uzenze ucingweni uMr Ndlovu. Okokuqala into yokuqala noma ke okokuqala ongeke ukwazi ukuthi kwenzeke uma ngabe ucingo luvaliwe angeke ukwazi ukuthi ke ushaye ucingo noma ke ufone, kodwa ke uma kuwukuthi kunocingo olungenayo noma kune-call engenayo ungayithola-ke noma bangikwazi-ke ukuthi uyiphenduleke yona. Angeke ukwazi-ke ukuthi ubhale noma uthumele umlayezo kumuntu wesibili, futhi-ke ngomlayezo noma-ke u-SMS eboniswayo-ke noma evelayo-ke kulona ucingo ungabona nje ukuthi kunomlayezo ongenayo, kodwa-ke angeke ukwazi ukuthi ufunde ngaphandle kokuthi-ke uvule i-pattern leyo kulona ucingo, nokuthi futhi-ke angeke ukwazi ukuthi wenze please call me uma kuwukuthi-ke ucingo lune-pattern noma ukuthi futhi-ke ivaliwe. Ingabe ungakwazi yini-ke ukuthi kubuza uSibanda-ke manje lana, ungakwazi yini ukuthi-ke ungene-ke ku-WhatsApp uma ngabe ucingo luvaliwe? Cha, angeke ukwazi ukwenza lokho.
Do you have any comment?
Kukhona ongakusho? My Lord, I did not have a phone. What I can confirm before this court, my Lord, is on the day when I wanted to make a call to Buthelezi, the phone came out from them, my Lord, in the vehicle, and then they asked me to open the pattern, and I'm still able to recall or remember that pattern. Right now I'm here in court. Just behind me is the police officer that I am traveling with. Mlawuzi will never allow me to come to court with a phone. If Mlawuzi was to say to me that he's going to arrest me, I know the very first thing that he's going to take, it's a phone. Hence I am then making this request or this plea that please tell the court the truth and tell the court what were you doing with my phone. Let me say this, my Lord, that the you is in plural form. If you were to do that and tell me what you were doing with my phone, then my heart would be would be clear.
You just mentioned, Mr. Ntanzi, that a cell phone is an important piece of exhibit.
Uqeda-ke ukusho-ke manje ukuthi-ke i-cellphone ubufakazi obubalulekile nobusemqoka.
Now, why would the police not seal it before you and hand it in for analysis, as you allege?
Nanjengoba usho-ke yini-ke engavimba amaphoyisa ukuthi-ke angalithathi-ke ucingo abe eseyalivala-ke elivala phambi kwakho.
Ngiyathemba lapho ecourt iphinde lapha mangisho lapha phambi kwakho ukuthi mina mangiboshwa system amafoni athathe khona manje amafoni athathe kodwa ifoni yakho amafoni ayokucela lapha endlini vale kokile ekasisi ngathi awami lana ethuba.
I've said this year in court that when I got arrested on the 16th, the phones that were taken, it was 3 phones were taken, Lobukele's phone, my phone, and well as my sisters. I then said that these two are my phones.
Masifika phandle kosekatolo umkhani ifoni yami ibamba ubeke ifoni endleleni. Same time uringa ifoni yami futhi khona lapho.
When we got outside, my lord, Mukhana had my phone and he was busy on the phone. And at the very same time, my phone was ringing.
Manje ifoni yami iyathatha iphinde ibuyisakele ngiyangibosha. Ayikhona ngalo kosekatolo ngeke nawe lamathoshe zinto.
Now, my phone gets taken or given back to me after having been arrested. That is practically impossible.
Ingakho nje phambi kwakatho ngicela utshele ukatho ngibonise ukuthi ifoni yami ibiyenzwani mangiboshiwe ngikhelejele tshena mina straight ngeke ngilivele icala tshena mina ifoni yami ibiyenzwani.
Hence, I am pleading, I am requesting that please tell me that what was being done with my phone. I will never lay criminal charges. Just
Right.
be honest with me and tell me what was being done with my phone.
Right. Mr. Ntanzi, we have already indicated to you that according to the correspondence from the Legal Practice Council, Exhibit YY8, the telephone number of Mr. Mjiako is 079-039-7605. We are now going to take you through a series of please call me that emanate from your number 060-9016-890.
Bese sishilo ke kuwena ukuthi ke inamba yakhe umntana umjiyako u079 039 7605. Manje ke sokhombisa ke please call me ke ababuya kuwena ke umjiyako inamba yakho ke u060 901 6890.
Ngeke kosekatolo ngicela ukusheshisa lo ngisangathi kubuya kimi. Mina mangibosha ngona.
May you rectify this, my lord, that the state must not say that please call me as you're coming from me. When I was arrested, after my arrest, my lord, I did not have a cell phone on me.
This is an extract of exhibit double D in brackets 5E, Roman figure 1. DD5E, Roman figure 1. I was told that one of the court officials is unwell, and we requested to carry on until 3. Maybe we should. It's 1500 hours. It's 3 o'clock.
When does the journey?
According to the request that we've received.
Yeah, fine. If he's unwell, you can't stop him being unwell. Is he around here?
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay, fine. So we're journeying till tomorrow.
As a court pleases.
All right.